Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, today's video we are going to review this week's Podium vehicle. Yeah, we're getting back on that, making sure we stick to our schedule. Alright, before we get started, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, ring the bell, all that good stuff. Drop a like, you know what to do. It's going to be a banger. Alright, the Enus Paragon R is the Podium vehicle. If you don't win it by spinning the wheel, you can purchase it for $905,000 in Legendary Motorsports. Let's check out some of the customization. First up, we got the front bumpers. And let me just go ahead and start out. This car is really nice. I like the way this car looks. It looks very, very good. It takes after the old Bentley GT Coupe, right? Or Coupe GT. Really nice vehicle. You don't have to do much to it. It's just a well put together car in GTA 5 Online. It is in the sports class, so it's up against some pretty stiff competition. The sports class has been made a little bit more even. There's now 3 vehicles that you can use to race with that will make it much more competitive, so that's nice. And we will test the performance of the Paragon R in just a moment. Now, this is the standard Paragon that's on the podium to win from spinning the wheel in the casino. However, there is a armored version as well. All right, the armored version is, it's the same body design, but it has that same kind of armor where it takes a couple of explosive rounds and it has bullet resistant glass. They can get shattered and you can eventually shoot through them with enough rounds. And that is, a different variant of this. Okay, so there are 2 separate ones, so don't get them confused. The one that's on the podium is the standard Paragon R. It's not the armored version. All right, and if you're going to get one of these two, I mean, we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Going through the liveries, we have 12 different liveries. They are fire. They look really, really good. Very, quality type kind of liveries. Nothing that's too, out of place. I like the luxury monograms. Those look really nice. The busy, showing some love to the old Union Jack. I like that a lot. Very cool. Very, classy liveries. I like that. Showing off the primary versus the secondary colors right here. And again, when you swap out certain things cosmetically with like the hood or the bumpers or the skirts, if you make them a secondary option, that will hold the secondary paint. You also have the interior trim, which you can switch up a little bit. There's what your crew emblem would look like on the side of the door. You can add roll cages on there. You have 7 options of roll cages, including the none or no roll cage option. That's pretty cool. They do change the seats with the seat belts. You have a couple of different roof options as well, secondary and carbon. You have some skirt options which you can put on there. The customization is really not that bad. There's some decent amount of customization to this vehicle, and it doesn't go too far. It's not too outlandish. And again, this is just one of those cars. You've heard me on my reviews. There's some cars that you can just leave pretty much the way they are, and they look great. You don't have to do too much to them. And anytime you spend, upwards of $1 million, which this is right at $1 million, it's 905,000. You do want to see some customization with that, and you get you get enough to justify the price. You really do. So that's pretty cool. Even though some of them are just the secondary and the carbon versions, but at least you have those options. Of course, you have the new wheel options, which you can swap out. We'll take a look at some of those a little bit later on. You can black out the windows if you'd like to, or just leave it open so people can see the interior. Let's see what I ended up going with here. I went with the busy livery, that ice white with the hot pink pearlescent, and damn, she talks. I mean, come on, that is clean. I love it. I like to piss you guys off sometimes with my cars. It is all-wheel drive, and that will affect the performance absolutely with the handling. Definitely don't get it twisted. It honestly will. So we'll go ahead and put it up against the wall just to make sure we have that correct, and we do. All 4 tires will spin, and you have almost an equal amount of power to the front tires as you do the rear tires, and that's important when you have an all-wheel drive vehicle. Gosh, it looks so good. I love it. We pop the doors. The motor looks pretty clean. Doesn't look too bad. Very good there. Got the trunk, the 2 side doors. It's a coupe, 2-seater, but it's not in the coupe class. It's in the sports class. Keep that in mind. All right, now let's talk about the performance. Top speed in a straight line. This is kind of where the Paragon R lacks. It is not very fast in a top speed performance type kind of scenario. It comes in at a 125, which puts it in the middle towards kind of like the bottom half of the middle in the sports class. So it's not going to be up there with your top performers, and that's too bad because it actually handles pretty well. If it had that raw top speed, if it had that acceleration, this could be a potent vehicle. Now, when you pick up speed in the corners and in the turns, because it has that all-wheel drive, you do pick up on some of the understeer, which will kind of affect how you go into your corners and how they will be handled. But you can pretty much go into a corner without any fear because it does handle well. So, big question: do you have to have this vehicle? No, you don't. It's not going to be too competitive in racing and things like that. But it is a beautiful car, and I would recommend adding it to your collection at some point, especially if you get it for free by spinning the wheel. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming out of the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Smash that like button. See you guys on the next one. All right. Peace out. Yeah.